What are price ceilings and price floors? To start, we will go over what a binding price ceiling is. A binding price ceiling is when the government sets a ceiling below the equilibrium price. This results in a shortage price ceiling. It makes it to where the companies cannot charge more than that price. It then in turn would lower the prices below this set point. On the other hand, there is non-binding price ceilings. A non-binding price ceiling would be above the equilibrium. A non-binding price ceiling has little to no effect but stops the price of the items from getting above that point. This brings us into what is a price floor. A binding price floor is when the government sets a minimum price for an item. This would be set above the equilibrium, forcing companies to charge more so that everyone is around the same profit and price floor. A non-binding price floor would be below the equilibrium price. A non-binding price floor just sets it to where the equilibrium or the price of the item that it's being sold at cannot drop below this point. Although it has little effects, it stops it in a possible depression. This brings us to the point of what is consumer surplus and producer surplus. Consumer surplus would be located on a graph here without this white line. Producer surplus would be set below the equilibrium line. When a price floor is set, it would take away some of the consumer surplus and then in turn make it producer surplus. This leads into what can cause it. One thing that can cause it would be taxes. This, for example, would show a tax being implemented. This would in turn raise the price items are being sold at. It would move the demand left due to the prices going up. This would in turn move the consumer surplus up or making it less and the producer surplus to here. This would also leave deadweight loss found here. Price ceilings, although seemingly are beneficial, can be a negative thing. It can push up prices on income and it can push prices up in an economy where the income of the people cannot handle it. It may also lower demand or raise demand. It all depends on how elastic the market that they put floors or ceilings on are. If it is a more elastic group, then it will do more harm than benefit. However, if it's a generally elastic item, it will cause more of an increase on how much is being made by the company or how little is being made by the company and how much is being able to be bought by the consumers. In all cases, there's going to be some sort of loss. Nobody wins when price floors or price ceilings go into effect because it is either going to raise the price or lower the price of a good. Although lowering a price of a good may be good, it is then going to be less desirable to make, so it would just end up being higher again. There is one case where a price floor or price ceiling would be useful. This is when it is perfectly inelastic. If it is perfectly inelastic, then no one will be harmed by it because the same amount is being bought and the same amount is being sold at the same price. This is the only time when price ceilings and price floors become beneficial in a market. So, although price ceilings aren't the best, they are up there.